Welcome viewers. Do you love the United States of America? Would you die to preserve the Constitution? See, that's why they have struggled mightily with an image of being anti-American. Even when you make it a yes or no question, they will insist on disclaimers, and true Americans see right through the deceit to their core motivation, which is to change our country into an unrecognizable authoritarian state where dissent is not tolerated. In this video we will break it all down for you. But before we continue, please take a minute of your precious time to hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell to get the latest update from us. Trump's presidential campaign 3.0 has been a disaster. He is not campaigning. He has no campaign staff. In fact, there does not appear to be an actual presidential campaign. Donald Trump has fooled the media into covering him for years with promises of a major announcement. Unless the announcement is that he is turning over all of the classified documents that he stole from the United States government, Trump has nothing newsworthy to say. Trump has gone from running the Republican Party to overseeing a cult that specializes in propaganda that would make the regime in North Korea blush. The Dodge poses the biggest threat of criminal prosecution that Trump has faced in his life, and so far, he is not showing signs of mentally holding up well. 41 House Democrats filed a bill on Thursday to bar former President Donald Trump from running for president in 2024, citing Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. Democrats are likely focusing on the words insurrection or rebellion tied to January 6 to disqualify Trump from seeking office. Such disqualification demands evidence that Trump committed insurrection or rebellion. Thus far, Democrats have failed to produce qualifying evidence, though the Justice Department is reportedly investigating Trump's January 6 actions as related to a criminal probe in an alleged effort to question the 2020 election result. Patriotism has been critical to the success of the modern Republican Party ever since Ronald Reagan raised the issue in campaigns against Jimmy Carter and subsequently Walter Mondale. Reagan was savvy enough to avoid openly questioning his opponent's patriotism, but the inferences were obvious. Every time he spoke about the decline of our military or our foreign policy failures, the charge of disloyalty to America hung in the air. This approach was so successful, George H.W. Bush used it in his campaign as well. Can anyone who lived through the 1980s forget the comical scene of Michael Dukakis riding in a tank with an oversized helmet that made him look like a buffoon? Why did the usually stoic Dukakis agree to such an embarrassing photo op? Simply put, the public had the impression he was not pro-military or pro-America, which forced Dukakis into taking an action that ultimately sealed his fate as a candidate. Who can forget hypocrite John Kerry, who wanted to preempt the patriotism issue, walking on stage to accept his party's nomination and proclaiming while saluting, "I'm hypocrite John Kerry, and I'm reporting for duty." Finally, there was election denier, crooked Hillary Clinton, who, in 2003, proclaimed in a shrill, screeching voice that became an audio meme, "I'm sick and tired of people who say that if you debate and disagree with this administration, somehow you're not patriotic." Republicans and patriotism were synonymous for one simple reason. Republicans are indeed more patriotic than Democrats. In fact, even Democrats from the 1980s through the early 2000s were far more patriotic than today's woke, Marxist progressives. The best part about patriotism as a campaign issue is that it's easy to cut through the usual smoke and mirrors obfuscation Democrats rely on. If you want to expose a woke Democrat's disloyalty to our country, ask these two questions and insist on a yes or no answer. Please, what is your take on this? And remember to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching.